We're up 16% this week. Clearly the rules that we implemented last week is really setting in and just helping us have a very good green week. So let's not even waste any time. Let's go straight to the trade recap and break it down.
Welcome to the New York Stock Exchange.
Financial district at the tip of Manhattan is easily.
So as you can see, we're up to $2,800 this week. So that means we're up 16% for the week. So that's pretty good news. I'm really happy with that. So let's go check out the account summary. So Monday wasn't actually the very best trade. I still was kind of bringing the same kind of behavior and emotions that I had in the past few weeks, and starting was kind of over trading. Like, that's quite a bit of money, but I did end the day up $46. I traded AYRO and I traded RIOT, but I kind of first thing I did after finishing this day was address the fact that I'm still spending quite a bit of money on commission here. Just to go a little more in depth with AYRO, I was trying to short right in the morning when it had this peak right here, and I was kind of using this part of the resistance as a reference. I usually like to short maybe 5 cents, maybe 10 cents before resistance, kind of slowly scale into it. And when it went down here, I sold a bit for profit, and I held on here, then I got squeezed out at this spot, and I tried to short this one, but I wasn't just pulling the trigger fast enough. But it's fine, I got in here again, but in here I got squeezed out. So in here is when I was kind of bringing back that old habit of just over trading and just kind of forcing the trade. So when I kind of noticed that, I just left it and went home. Even though it did double top here and went down more, it doesn't really matter. I tried to execute a trade, it didn't work out for me, so I'm gonna walk out with that small profit that I had. I also traded RIOT. This is a Bitcoin related stock. I'm probably going to trade this stock next week with smaller positions and see how Bitcoin reacts. But pretty much I try to buy on this consolidation, hoping that was going to go a break. I bought and it went a little bit up, and as it started going down, I got out of my position. I didn't want to risk anything because this thing has gone up quite a bit. It can really tank, so I didn't want to risk it. The whole point of this week was just very small incremental wins, and I already got my small incremental win for that day, so I backed out and I just called it a day. So Tuesday came out with a gang banger. Had $342 increase, and check out that commission, $20. That's the sweet Goldilocks spot that I want these setups to be, and I'm extremely happy with how this turned out. So this is the FCEL daily chart, and I was just looking at this and how it just really overextended. So this is what really got me excited on this one. It looked like a very good setup. So I was trying to look for what possible price it could bounce off. So first thing I did was look at past resistance. So I went back and I noticed that 1120 to 1125 was that resistance level. So as soon as the market opened, let's go to the 1 minute time frame again and go to good old Tuesday. So as soon as the market opened, I had 100 shares at 1080, 200 shares at 1110, and I think another 200 shares at 1120. Then it just quickly got filled and just tanked. But I just sold out as soon as it hit the $10 mark, even though if I held on to those, I would have been up almost like $2,000, but that's not the point. I saw quick profit, and that would put me well above my mark for the week. So I said, okay, that's fine, and I sold. So now what I'm looking at for the future is, okay, I try to execute a strategy. It worked very well in my favor. So, and having an average around 11 0.07 or something that it was is a very prime average compared to this stock never even touched that again. So next time I think I'm gonna sell half of it here and just see where it goes from there. So Wednesday was my first red day, and I'm actually not too mad about this one. So as you can see here, my unrealized loss was $52, but my commission is no more than $20, like maybe like 21, but like that's really good. And all of these trades are where I'm trying to execute a strategy and it didn't work and I hit my max loss, except Twitter was just kind of a quick entry and I quickly got out because I didn't like the entry. And I told myself that if I'm entering a trade and I don't like the entry, I'm just going to get out right away, even though if later on it goes toward my way, it is kind of a way to really push that good discipline on myself that I'm only going to be taking good entries from now on. For FCEL, I was trying to short right here again at that top resistance that it did, but I was shorting actually on the secondary bounce right here. So that's a very good entry for me. I was really happy for it, and it went down, but it went back up and squeezed me out. So at this point, I'm really happy with that trade. I set my max loss, and I was very happy with the entry. So it just didn't work out, so that's fine. For Mara, actually, I was trying to buy this dip, but I believe I got in around maybe 526, maybe a little bit up there. And so this is it's not the best entry for a long-term position because I should have waited a lot more pull back, but as soon as it went against me, I kind of just quickly pulled the cord and I just left that trade to be. Thursday was Thanksgiving, so there was no trading here, so let's go straight to Friday here. So Friday is actually one of my worst day. Even though I'm up $99, I was up quite a bit. I was up almost like $400 at one point or something crazy like that. But I overtraded. Look at that correlation was $112 with the net profit of 99. So I'm kind of noticing that, and I'm noticing me forcing a trade on the stock. So I need to really keep an eye on that, but in the end, I'm happy that I'm up $99. So this is the PLTR, the daily chart, and I was looking at this on Thursday, being like, this is extremely overextended, and also it doesn't have enough historical data to show you if there's any resistance coming up because this is all-time highs ever gone. And literally on November 13th, it was around $13, and it was around $29 at that point. So my plan for this one was to slowly scale into a short position, and first thing I was looking for is I wanted the stock to open up 5% or 7% higher. I wanted to gap up because for some reason I've noticed that when these stocks really are rallying up, the day that they drop a lot is the day when they gap up higher the next day, and all the shorts come in and all the people that have rode it from the bottom are just selling their position for a profit. So I wanted that gap up. So when it gapped up 8%, I was slowly scaling in and in. So I think I had an average of 33.03, which is really good because I think the high was 33.50. So I was pretty stoked on that. It just dropped on me and I locked in $380 profit, but I was going back at it. Let's check out the 1 minute time frame. I was just going back at it, just trying to, I don't know, I was honestly being very stupid and trying to be being greedy. So the fact that I even walked out with $99 is very good, and I need to make a mental note to myself to not overtrade these things, especially when they're going in my favor so well. So last thing I did on my channel that I really liked is I made a list of what really worked for me, and I made a list of stuff that didn't work for me. So I really like that, and I think I'm gonna keep that on this channel. So let's start by stuff that really worked for me. Start on a good note here. So I think that stuff that is really working well for me is I am really prepping for the market, and that's even waking up early in the morning, and also just all the market analysis I need to do, the pre-market watch, post-market analysis, all that good stuff. I am trying to give myself as much edge and as much data collection as I can from the market to help myself. I was being very patient on my trades this week. I was letting them come to me and executing them, and if they didn't come to me and I did enter it early, I just got out. It was kind of like a self-punishment in a way that I kind of told myself I didn't earn that entry, and that entry could cost me money, so it's just better just to get out right now for a dollar gain or a dollar loss that I have. Last thing is I felt like I got a good grip of my emotional behavior toward the market. I wasn't really projecting any behavior, or I wasn't projecting any emotions to the market. I kind of was very strict with all my entries, which really helped control my emotions. Funny, eh? It's funny how being strict with your rules really helps your emotion. Anyway, let's go check out stuff that I need to improve on. As you guys can see on the account summary, account portfolio, I'm still over trading a bit. Some days I'm doing really well. I'm only spending $20 and I made that $342. And some days I made $85, but I spent $56 of commissions. So that's eating up a lot of that net profit. So I really need to work on that. And last thing that I really need to work on is sizing. At first it wasn't bad, but it got progressively worse. Especially my sizing was worse on those days where I made good money early in the morning. So I entered the market again with the same kind of size that I use. I need to kind of understand that I need to implement methods to protect the profits I already made. So if I'm going to enter the market again, I need to make sure that I reduce the size.